Imagine a glance that pierces like lightning, a touch that sets your skin ablaze, and a secret that could tear everything apart. I'm Claire, and I did something I never thought I would. I gave in to temptation with my daughter's boyfriend. The Texas sun scorched Austin that summer, leaving the air thick and my thoughts hazy. I'm Claire Donovan, 42, an interior designer with a life that seems perfect, a thriving career, a stunning home, and my daughter, Lily, who is my heart. But beneath the glossy surface, I felt an emptiness, a hunger for something to make my pulse race. I didn't know what it was until he walked in. Lily, my 20-year-old daughter, came home for the summer from UT Austin, trailing a new boyfriend, Ethan Carter. He was 22, with dark, tousled hair, green eyes that seemed bottomless, and a smile that could melt ice. When our hands touched during introductions, I felt a jolt, sharp, forbidden, making my heart skip. I told myself it meant nothing, but my eyes lingered on him a moment too long. "Mom, Ethan's so cool, right?" Lily said one evening, sprawled on the couch, scrolling her phone. "He's smart, sweet. I think he's special." I smiled, stirring sauce on the stove. "He's charming," I said, but my mind was elsewhere, replaying how Ethan's gaze had met mine at dinner, how his fingers brushed mine when he took a plate. That touch lingered on my skin like a brand. Ethan became a fixture in our home. He came for dinners, stayed for movie nights, and sometimes lingered after Lily went to bed. We talked about art, his dreams of a tech startup, music that made our hearts beat in sync. Each conversation was a dance, dangerous and thrilling. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't stop. His gaze when he said my name was like a sip of strong wine, intoxicating, leaving me craving more. One humid July evening, Lily was out with friends, leaving me alone with Ethan. I sat in the living room, sipping chilled rosé, flipping through a magazine. Ethan walked in, a beer in hand, his shirt unbuttoned one notch too far, revealing a hint of toned chest. He sank onto the couch across from me, his long legs stretched out, his gaze piercing, as if he could see right through me. "Lily's out late," he said, his voice low, laced with a hint of seduction. "You don't mind my company, do you, Claire?" My heart pounded. "Not at all," I said, my voice soft, almost a whisper. I set the magazine down, feeling the air between us thicken. "You know you're always welcome here." He smiled, slow, predatory, making my cheeks flush. "You're not like anyone else," he said, leaning closer, elbows on his knees. "You're alive, Claire. You make me feel something real." I laughed, trying to mask the heat spreading through me. "I'm just old enough to be careful," I said, but my eyes wandered to his lips, the curve of his neck. "You're not old," he replied, his voice deepening like velvet. "You're magnetic." The word hung in the air, and my breath grew uneven. I should have stood, left, reminded myself he was my daughter's boyfriend. But instead, I leaned forward, our knees nearly touching. "Careful, Ethan," I whispered, my voice teetering between warning and invitation. "You're playing with fire." "Maybe I want to burn," he said, his eyes blazing. He stood, closing the distance between us in a heartbeat. Stopping so close, I could feel the heat of his body. His cologne, sandalwood and citrus, made my head spin. My fingers tightened around my glass, but I didn't pull away. "Ethan," I said, my voice trembling, "this is wrong." "You know why." He leaned in, his lips so close I could feel his breath. "Then why does it feel so right?" he whispered, his hand grazing my wrist, his fingers barely touching me. That touch was a spark, igniting everything inside me. I should have pushed him away, but instead, I stood, our bodies almost pressed together. My hand rested on his chest, feeling his heart thud under my palm. "Just once," I whispered, my words barely audible, "and no one can ever know." His eyes flared, and in an instant, his lips found mine. The kiss was a storm, hungry, desperate, like we'd both been waiting forever. His hands gripped my waist, pulling me closer, and my body responded, melting into his touch. We stumbled to the couch, our movements hushed but charged with tension, every whisper and touch part of a secret ritual. His fingers traced my spine, leaving a trail of heat, while my hands tangled in his hair, pulling him closer. Our breaths mingled, hearts pounding in sync, and every second was laced with the thrill of the forbidden. We moved together like a dance, our bodies finding a rhythm that was ours alone. It wasn't just physical, it was about power, secrecy, the line we crossed knowing we shouldn't. Each touch was a dare, each sigh a promise that this moment was ours alone. When we finally pulled apart, the air was heavy, our gazes still locked. My hands shook as I adjusted my dress, reality crashing back like a cold wave. "This can't happen again," I said, my voice firmer than I felt. "Lily must never know." Ethan nodded, his expression unreadable. "I get it," he said softly, "our secret." He left, and I sat in the dark, my mind reeling. Guilt tore at me, but so did something else, a heady sense of reclaiming a part of myself I had buried. I told myself it was a mistake, but was I being honest? The next day, Lily returned, her laughter filling the house, oblivious. Ethan was his charming self, but every glance we shared was charged with our secret. I hated myself for it, but I couldn't ignore how my body reacted to his presence, how my thoughts drifted to that night. Weeks passed, and the tension only grew. We kept our distance, but it was futile. Every accidental touch, every stolen glance was a spark. One evening, with Lily upstairs, Ethan lingered in the kitchen, helping me wash dishes. His hand brushed mine as he passed a plate, and my body shivered. "Claire," he whispered, his voice low and dangerous. "You feel it too, don't you?" I froze, water dripping from my hands. "Ethan, we can't," I said, but my voice betrayed me, trembling with want. He stepped closer, his body so near I could feel his warmth. "Just one more time," he whispered, his fingers grazing my waist, leaving a burning trail. I knew I should stop, but my body betrayed me, leaning into him. Our lips met again, this time slower but no less intense. His hands explored me, each touch deliberate yet intoxicating, as if he knew how to stoke the fire within me. We slipped into a shadowed corner of the kitchen, our movements silent but brimming with the desire that had built for weeks. It was a moment of weakness, but it felt like a triumph. When we pulled apart, I pushed him away, my heart racing. "Enough," I said, my voice shaking. "This has to stop." He nodded, but his eyes said this wasn't over. Lily began noticing my distance. "Mom, what's wrong?" she asked one day, her eyes full of concern. "You're acting weird." "I'm fine," I lied, my soul tearing apart. I wanted to be the mother she deserved, but I was trapped in my own desires. One night, Ethan showed up at the house while Lily slept. I opened the door, my legs trembling. "What are you doing?" I hissed, stepping onto the porch. "I can't stay away from you," he said, his voice raw, eyes burning. "I know it's wrong, but I can't stop." Tears stung my eyes. "Ethan, this will destroy Lily," I said. "We can't." He stepped closer, his hand brushing my cheek. "Tell me you don't want me," he whispered. I opened my mouth, but the words wouldn't come. Instead, I pulled him into a kiss, desperate and passionate, before pushing him away. "Go," I said, my voice breaking. "This is the end." He left, and I sank to the floor, sobbing. I knew I had to stop, for Lily, for myself. But deep down, I felt I'd tasted something I'd never forget. And that was the most dangerous secret I held.
If you enjoyed my tale of forbidden desire and tangled hearts, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that pull you in and won't let go. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What would you have done in my place? Until next time, stay curious.